If you run large trucks and other equipment, then you understand the difficulties that can be involved with performance and maintenance. And you probably already know that you need more than just fuel in your tank. Whether you have trucks, construction equipment, farm equipment, generators, fleet vehicles, cars, or even toys, you want to hear about this time-tested product just released to the public from Syntec Global. You have probably heard about many products that claim to make an improvement in your fuel equipment. But there's nothing that comes close to doing what this product does, especially for as little as it costs. It's called Extreme Fuel Treatment, or XFT for short. It has been used around the world by large industrial companies for about 2 decades, saving them millions of dollars and preventing hours and hours of downtime. Let's explore what it does, give you some examples, and then we'll show you how it is able to do it. Extreme Fuel Treatment has 4 main benefits and several smaller benefits. The first main benefit is that it dramatically increases the life of your engine and the length of time you can go between services and repairs. XFT is used by the largest mining company in the world and has been for years. After they started using this product in their huge dump trucks, they were able to extend the operating hours between engine repairs from 15,000 hours to 25,000 hours, continually saving the company millions of dollars. There are documentation and test results available. The second main benefit is that it increases fuel economy. In 2002, during the pre-winter Olympic events in Salt Lake City, one location had some 3,000 kilowatt generators. These stationary generators were using 875 gallons of diesel fuel per day. After using Extreme Fuel Treatment for 1 week, their fuel consumption went down to 650 gallons of fuel per day. That was a savings of 225 gallons of fuel each day. Documentation is available. Main benefit number 3 is that it increases horsepower and improves performance. Many trucks are finding it easier to carry their loads up steep grades. One trucking company using the product not only went from an average of 5.6 to 7.2 miles per gallon in their trucks, but they were able to top some prominent hills on Interstate 80 with 2 more gears than before. Again, documentation is available. The fourth main benefit is that it substantially reduces emissions. Many times you can see a visual reduction in emissions or maybe notice that smoke is becoming whiter. Just look at this visible difference in the pollution from this smokestack after using the product. Independent tests show a 42% reduction in carbon monoxide levels, a 44% reduction in unburned hydrocarbons, a 7% reduction in carbon dioxide levels, and the oxygen levels were increased by 5%. Everything about Extreme Fuel Treatment is documented and tested. It is absolutely the most effective product available. There are other benefits of XFT that we haven't even talked about yet. Those are best shown by explaining why XFT works so well. Here's how it works. XFT has several components that all work together to bring you these amazing benefits. Let's quickly break them down. A very prominent component in XFT is a unique organometallic burn rate modifier. This works to lower the ignition point of the fuel by several hundred degrees. That's important because it causes the fuel to start burning sooner and provides a more complete, longer, and better burn in your engine. If your fuel waits for that high temperature to fire and it burns too hot and too fast, it ends up leaving a good portion of the fuel unburned and wasted as emissions. That unused fuel could have provided more power and better mileage. XFT lowers the ignition point, utilizing much more of the injected fuel, allowing full performance and dramatically reduces the emissions that come out. XFT also contains a lubricating agent, which provides lubrication for pistons, fuel pumps, and injectors. This reduces friction, which can be your engine's worst enemy. There's also a fuel stabilizer. Once fuel is made, just like any oil-based product, it has a tendency to begin separating. As it separates, it loses some of its efficiencies. XFT stabilizes the fuel, keeping this breakdown from happening for much longer periods of time, giving your stored fuel a significantly longer shelf life, even for years. This is especially important for storage containers, generators, boats, and other seasonal equipment that may hold fuel for an extended period of time. Now, anytime you put liquids and metals together, add oxidation, heat, and condensation, you are bound to get rust and corrosion. This is exactly what happens in your fuel tanks. However, XFT contains rust and corrosion inhibitors to minimize corrosion in fuel tanks and delivery systems. Just look at the difference between these engine valves with treated fuel and without. As you may know, modern, high-tech engines function very precisely, and there's little to no room for even a tiny particle of dust or dirt without impacting performance. XFT contains detergents that keep your engine clean and remove harmful deposits from fuel pumps and injectors, keeping your engine running at peak performance. See the difference with this fuel injector before and after extreme fuel treatment. Even though your fuel tank is sealed, between condensation and the oxidation process, you can't avoid getting water in your fuel. Just look at this actual example of diesel fuel taken from a storage tank. There is serious separation and water accumulation. Water can be very harmful and costly to an engine, and it can also be a major contributor to fuel injector failure. XFT contains a demulsifier, which helps remove water from fuel. Another problem that plagues engine is sludge buildup, which inhibits performance and clogs filters. XFT contains a polymerization retardant and dispersants to help prevent and reverse sludge buildup in your fuel. This is especially important in diesel fuels. As you can see, XFT packs an incredible amount of benefits into one small, concentrated dose. With extreme fuel treatment, you only need 1/4 of an ounce to treat up to 20 gallons of fuel. In order to get these same benefits with store-bought fuel additives, you would need to buy much larger quantities of many different products, spending almost 20 times more money. And XFT comes in many convenient sizes, like the easy-to-use self-measuring bottle. Or, for those smaller tanks, there's a convenient single-dose packet. Extreme fuel treatment is powerful and effective, but at the same time, it is also perfectly safe for all your engines. It has never had a negative effect on any engine, and we are perfectly confident that it never will. XFT is patented and registered with the EPA. And just to give you one more reason to try it, Syntec Global offers a satisfaction guarantee. Put it to the test.